Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. What's up, my YouTube homies? How y'all doing? I'm doing great. Today, just really enjoying the first few days of fall. So let's just get right into this video recording. Okay, you guys. So one of my favorite movies is The Wizard of Oz, the original version made in 1939, because The Wizard of Oz has just such a great lesson, and that is we have everything we need inside of us to get what we want. We have everything inside of us to get what we want. At least this is the message I take away from it. I've referred to this time and time again when I've been faced with obstacles in my life, to remind myself of my inner strength. A lot of times I don't remember it, but when I do remember it, it helps me get a new perspective and push on. So I'm sure all of you guys know the story of The Wizard of Oz, but if just for the sake of this recording, I'm just going to do a quick recap of it. Young girl Dorothy is swept away to the magical land of Oz in a tornado. And when she gets there, she's told that if she wants to get home, she needs to go find the great Wizard of Oz, because he could surely help her. All she had to do to find him was to follow the yellow brick road. And so that's what she does. She starts off on her journey, and along the way she meets, at first, two friends, the Tin Man and a Scarecrow. The Tin Man wants a heart, and the Scarecrow wants a brain. So because they all want things from the wizard, they decide to go to him together, following the yellow brick road. And so they have to go through the enchanted forest, which was dark, which was gloomy, scary. I'm sure it was cold. And they started to think about things in the forest that could harm them, like lions and tigers and bears. And so they start to chant this over and over again: lions and tigers and bears, oh my, making themselves more and more afraid. And this is exactly what we do, guys. Whenever we decide that we want to do something, pursue something, get something, our mind starts to give us doubts. We start having fears. And eventually they defeat us. If we get started, eventually they'll defeat us. A lot of times we don't even get started, because that's how strong our doubts and fears are. But in order to get what we want, whether it's becoming a nail tech or losing weight or whatever, we have to deal with our fears and defeat them instead of letting them defeat us. That's the only way that we're going to succeed. So I decided to make a segment on this channel called Lions, Tigers, and Bears, to deal with the fears surrounding being a nail tech. I know that if I do this, we will be able to knock out the fears that I may have, you may have, one by one. We're going to knock them out and succeed in our goals. So the first fear I decided to address is, am I too old to be a nail tech? This was actually the first issue that was put to me when I started this channel 3 months ago. And so I started doing my research. Y'all, I love research. And I found that this is actually a common fear that a lot of people who want to become nail techs have. So let's just go ahead and hit the facts. Let's address this right now. So here are the facts. According to the research that was done for 2015 and for the early part of 2016, there are 407,000 nail techs in the U.S. and 58% are between the ages of 35 and 55 years of age, which breaks down to 236,000 nail techs within that age group. And a lot of them entered the field close to the age of 40. Now, this surprised me, y'all. But then when I think about it, it just makes sense. When you look around, who do you see doing hair and nails? I see what the statistics say. People who are in their mid to late 30s, early 40s and on up. And a lot of people, if they start off in the beauty field, doing hair and nails or whatever while they're younger, they go into another field. They may get married, start having kids, and then other life circumstances happen, and then they don't pursue it, but then they come back to it, like how I'm doing. Nails is a very popular second career, according to the research. A lot of people come back to it, which is why the field is comprised of a lot of individuals who are, middle-aged, so to speak. So, being a nail tech, isn't a career where you have to be young like a dancer or model or athlete so that you can, reach your highest level of success. People are just concerned about what skills you have rather than how old you are. Can you do the service? Can you make them look good? That's what the beauty field is about. Can you make them look good? It's all about them. So if you're worried about your age, being a nail tech, you don't have to worry about it. You can be a nail tech at any age. So, while I'm on the subject of age, you guys, I want to show you a clip of this lady who's 100 years old who ran 100 meters. Y'all got to see this.
Your best at anything that you do, then when you get 100, you'll be beating me then. But I'm gonna hang around and see what you do.
Wasn't that inspiring? I mean, this lady is 100 years old and she ran 100 meters. I can't run 100 meters on a good day, y'all. But she decided. She wanted to do it. She wanted to run 1 meter for every year she'd been alive. She didn't let her age decide for her. She used her age to motivate her. Not let it crumble her in defeat before she even tried. I want to be like her. No matter what age I am, I still want to set and achieve goals. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude here, but I just want to say that whenever we're going after our goals, whether it's a nail tech or anything, we have to break our fear down. Break our fears and doubt down by any means necessary. My way is through research. My way is through, writing down affirmations, whatever I need to do. Because once you put doubt on the belief, because that's all fear is, something that you believe. Once you put doubt on that belief, which shows up as fear, it's going to lose its strength and its power. Because really what fear is, you guys, is your mind saying, give me reasons to believe. It's what we have to do because we've never done this before. So anything that we've never done, we're automatically going to have fear surrounding it. We're going to have doubts. If you try to do it and fail, then that's what you have. You're going to have that failure in your mind playing over and over again. So you're going to have to override that by giving your mind reasons to believe that you can do what you're setting out to do. This way, we make our mind our friend, our ally, instead of working against us. It took me the longest time to figure it out. Like, I would want to do something, but then I didn't understand why I would just keep failing, and that's because I didn't deal with the fears. I didn't put a flashlight on those fears and those doubts. I write them. If you have to, write them all out. Get them out your head and on paper so that you can see them, and then analyze them and break them down one by one. That's what we have to do. And just get started. That's another thing. Just get started doing what you want to do, because action does destroy fear. If you put enough action on something, on a fear, it will eventually die down. Remember that. Like with starting this YouTube channel, I've been wanting to do this for like years. I bought the equipment and just had ideas going around in my head, but I let my fears and my doubts for years just stop me. But finally I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm tired of wondering what it would be like. I'll put up one video. If it's too hard or I don't like it, then I won't do any more. I'll sell the equipment or whatever. But guess what? I love it. I love sharing information, talking with you guys. I love it. Your feedback has been awesome and encouraging, and thank you. And that feels good. But what feels even better is to know that I overcame my fear. I overcame my doubt. And I accomplished what I wanted to do. Yeah, I have things I want to do further with the channel, but just to get started. Because what they say, getting started is the hardest part. But once you do that, nothing can stop you. The wheels will get going. The wheels just start going for you. So, I want to end here by telling you guys that fear is fake. Dreams are real. Fear is fake. Dreams are real. I might put that on a t-shirt. You probably have heard this too. Fear broken down is false experiences appearing real. F equals false. E, experiences. A, appearing. R, real. Fear. It's not real. Goodbye to fear. All right, you guys. For those who have been, contemplating, being a nail tech because you think you're too old, I hope I've given you reasons to show you that you're not. I hope I've given you a new perspective. Because you're not. Simple as that. Age ain't nothing but a number, as we've seen with this lady, 100-year-old lady. All right, y'all. Until next time, take care.